So this is part 4 of daily rejuvenation under our larger heading of greater fulfillment. And what we're seeing as we go through this is that by focusing and discovering your long-term interest, you're actually finding what you get greater fulfillment in. And so I've, in the previous 2 videos, took you through the 10 interest categories as found in the Birkman method, which I explained. And what I want to do today is, in this video, is organize those. So you'll notice if you did the handout that, or you saw it on the video, they're color coded. And I want to explain the color coding to you. So I'm throwing up on the screen here next to me a grid. And I want to orient you to the grid, and then I'm going to talk through how these are organized. And keep in mind, these are interests. It doesn't mean you've got any skills at it. It doesn't mean you're any good at it. It doesn't mean it's your personality. It's simply an interest. Now, read my book and you discover these are important clues into who we are and the directions we go. So we can absolutely map direction around this. Because this, even Dr. Birkman told me this, was that where these all conglomerate, it gives you a sense of direction. So let me talk this through real quickly. So at the top of the grid, you see direct. That's direct communication. And at the bottom of the grid, indirect communication. So the interests in the bottom half are interests that are less direct in their communication. And if you go to the right side of the grid, it's people. You're more people-oriented. And if your interests are more on the left side of the grid, you're more task-oriented. Okay? So that kind of gives you the dynamic. Now the 4 colors are red, green, blue, and yellow, as you can see. And so reds are doers. Okay? So they're more to the task side and they're more direct in their communication. Talkers are obviously going to talk to people. So they're more toward the people side of it and obviously direct communication. Now here's what's interesting. The blues, the thinkers, are less direct, but they're on the people side. And then the more task-oriented, indirect communicators are the analyzers. And they're systematic, they're organizing, okay? So, if you recall from our list, so let's go through the doers. We've got mechanical, outdoor, and scientific. And those are all task-oriented. Now, I'll tell you, so sort of a little bit behind the scenes, like scientific isn't pure red, okay? It's got some blue in it. So it kind of pulls you down toward the blue a little bit, but mechanical pulls you up and to the right. Okay, does that make sense? In talker, you have persuasive that's pulling you up into the green, up and away. All right? Social service is got a little blue in it. All right? So it's still in the green, but it's got a little blue, so it could pull you down to the thinker part. Artistic, literary, musical, all blue. That's the thinker. And the analyzer, clerical, numerical, all yellow. All right. So here's the thing, is that here's something else that's interesting about this. Your orientation to time is reflected here. Now, again, this is your interest. So, doers and talkers are in the present. Okay. The thinkers are future-oriented, and the analyzers are past-oriented. So there's nothing to analyze in the present. You can only analyze stuff that's happened. So that's why they're more past-oriented. And you can't think about well, you can think about stuff in the present, but they're future-oriented in their thinking typically. The more artistic, the more literary, and the more musical. Mechanical, outdoor, we're doing it, and we're doing it now. Talkers, we're persuading you now. We're not persuading you in the future. We're not persuading you in the past. It's now. Same thing with social service. We're going to come help you right now. So I'll use myself as an example. So I've got social service is my highest one, and then I've got musical and outdoor. Okay, so I'm a little bit in all 3 of those. Okay, and then literary. So I tend, but here's the interesting thing. So in my interest, my long-term pull is, and this is important, is toward people. And I am, because I've done the Birkman, so I know where they put me. They put me in the green. And I think that's because right below literary is persuasive. And my social service is so high, so my social service and my persuasive are pulling me up in the green more than my blues are pulling me into the blue. But I'm definitely to the people, and I definitely pull up into the green. Okay, that's long-term orientation. That's where I'm headed. So here's what I want you to do, is go through that list and categorize, hopefully over the last few videos, what you've done is you've gone back into childhood and you've remembered, hey, you know, I really loved playing in the sandbox and building stuff and seeing it completed. Okay. That sounds mechanical to me. If I got to pick a bucket to put it in, I'm putting it in mechanical. And I still love building stuff because I do roofing. I've got a roofing. Look at what you did as a kid, what you loved doing as a kid. When you were the happiest, what were you doing? I was playing the piano. And I still love to sit down. I can't always play the piano, but I can sure play the radio, or I can sure play Pandora. Okay, great. You're musical. You're in the blue. Okay. And what else is there? So circle like the top 2 or 3 or 4 and then plot yourself on this grid and go like, well, I'm, you know, numerical and literary and musical. Okay, well, probably you tend toward the blue, but you're definitely in the indirect communication. But you might be like me and you're a little bit in every quadrant. Okay. And so if you are that way, you may tend more toward the middle. And the middle of the grid is the white zone. And so if you're in the white zone, you see a little bit into everything. So at that point then I just go, okay, what's my top one? What's my tendency? And that's going to pull you into whatever quadrant that would be. So I hope this has been really helpful. I would love for you to share in the comments, where you fall in this. And, you can also go to my website and, email as well, or contact us, go to the contact page and let us know what's going on with you, because we would love to hear this. And has this been helpful? So we're going to do a little bit more on greater fulfillment and daily stuff you need to be doing and can be doing that's going to help you, not only in this stressful time, but anytime. All right. See you in the next video. Bye.